Hi, do you know anything about Kadazandusun?
The Kadazans are the largest ethnic group in Sabah, and they have a traditionally animalist belief, I think, but then mostly the community is Christians and Muslims. What did you find about?
I found about the beliefs of Kadazandusun. Do you know anything about that?
No, just that they're animalists.
Yeah, they held an animist belief that is passed on between generations.
Oh, okay.
This involves a number of sacrifices ceremony to create a balanced rituals. Which do you know about the Kamatan festival?
No, it's the first time I'm hearing it.
Yeah, they, for instance, that festival they celebrate it annually. It sacrificed chicken in order to satisfy the spirits. Then would end it with food offering to Pampa Zone, which the special rituals are performed before and after the harvest of rice by ritual priest known as Bobo Hizan.
Ah, that's interesting.
There's also another example for their beliefs, such as the locals also held a spiritual connection with Mount Kinabalu, where they buried the bodies of the dead bodies to rest on Mount Kinabalu. The priests may perform rituals and also sacrifice chicken to feed the mountain spirits and await upon their arrival.
Do the Kadazan people have taboo?
Yeah, they do actually have a few taboos.
Oh, what's taboo?
So, you don't know about taboo?
No.
Okay, so taboo actually means that the Kadazandusun people believe in certain superstitious stuff which can actually affect their future events. So, for example, like the Kadazandusun people believe that pregnant women cannot actually roam around the house because they think that once the baby is born, that the baby can actually catch diseases. Yeah, and they also believe that the babies shouldn't be anywhere near a disabled person because they also believe that later on when the baby grows up, they can actually contract the disease.
So is there anything else besides your pregnancy?
Yeah, so if you actually go to Mount Kinabalu, there's a few taboos that the Kadazandusun people believe in. So they believe that when you enter Mount Kinabalu, you should actually follow a few rules because they believe that when a person dies, their soul will actually travel to Mount Kinabalu and they will enter like into a different realm. So like one of the rules that you need to follow is that if you wish to urinate in the jungle, you actually need to ask permission from the guards because they believe that in the jungle there's actually dwarves and leprechauns. So if you don't ask permission, that thing can actually trick you and you can actually get lost in the jungle.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's scary.
Yeah, even if you wish to sit on a rock, you will also need to ask for permission because like you can actually get lost in Mount Kinabalu for like hours and hours. So those are actually a few taboos that the Kadazandusun people would follow.
Wow, that's interesting and
Yeah.
good to know about that.
Yeah, so like it's good to know
Yeah.
about the taboos. So you
We'll
would
keep that in
respect.
mind when we go to Mount
Okay,
Kinabalu.
well.
Yeah. So I heard that you know a few things about the Kadazandusun food.
Yeah, so basically during the olden days, do you know that there was no refrigerators invented yet?
Huh? How is that possible?
Yeah, so
How do they keep the food?
Yeah, precisely. So Kadazandusun people live like in the highlands where it's far away from the sea. So they will travel for a few hours with this stick called wakit.
Okay.
So it's basically a bamboo stick and they also carry vegetables and things in their bag. So
Oh,
they
wow.
will walk all to the village where it's close to the sea. And in exchange for the fishes that they're gonna fish, they actually give these villagers some things from the highlands.
Oh.
So basically, this is when preservations are taking place. So once they catch the fish, they actually have this method to preserve the fish. They will actually cook the fish under low heat, covered with leaves, and the fish is going to be half cooked, and they will add in some lemongrass, salt, asam kapeng,
Oh, wow.
ginger, and other things to actually preserve it. So this fish kept in the banana leaf will then be able to last for up to 14 days
Oh.
because it will take these Kadazandusun people about 1 day to go back home.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So do you guys also know that Kadazandusun people also eat insects?
Ew.
Yes, insects like butot and like beetles, all those things that's easily and commonly found are high in protein for them, and it's free, so that's why they eat them. It's readily available for them. Stir fry, and sometimes they are also eaten raw. Okay, so I heard there's some dances going on.
Yeah, there's something interesting in this month. Actually, it's like called this Tarian Sumazau. So it's like their traditional folk dance, and it's like happening. Like basically, this dance is for festival. It's like for harvest, like that in Sabah. So where they are dancing and wearing their traditional clothes, and this one is like basically it's like for Thanksgiving time, for their planting and harvesting rice, and also like some to reject like some of the other occasion witness like with the farmer and other purpose. But nowadays they also like doing this type of dance for entertaining, like for educational kind of like that, in the to create more awareness to the other indigenous culture. And then for their clothes, because they're wearing their traditional costume, designed for the male and the female as well. And the costume for the female is like called singanuaga. It's like bells and tangkok with made from the silver. Yeah, and for the male is like with the colorful of arm wrist around his waist. Yeah, and for the dance it's like going up your hand, put your arm ends and go down. It's like a kind of like eagle birds dance. Yeah, because they're harvest kind of. Oh yeah, so.